government now or no prospective government of the UK has the guts to stop it. If they want to take strong action to prevent the Islamification of the UK, then it's going to mean big trouble for them. They don't want trouble. They look 4 years ahead. They will kick the can down the road to somebody else. And I think the end result of that is very likely to be civil war in Britain, where the indigenous...
Physical civil war.
Actual civil... I'm not talking about the American Civil War,
no,
armies. I'm talking about something more like Northern Ireland, but on a much more intensive scale, where you have the indigenous British and the some of the immigrant population and the British government all on three different sides fighting against each other. And if I'd be very surprised if that doesn't happen, because there's no prospect of the government, any government today, stopping this from occurring.
The person you just listened to is a Colonel Richard Kemp. He's a British Army commander. A British Army commander, Colonel Richard Kemp. He was granting interview to I-24, and I saw this interview on YouTube, so you yourself can go and check it out, right? He is saying, in a clear terms, without any obstruction, without any iota of contradiction, he's saying that there will be a religious war in the UK. There will be a civil war. That is the exact word he used. There will be a civil war in the UK between Muslims and Christians. He is saying because the indigenous British people can continue to tolerate what he referred to as the immigrants, the Muslim population in UK, what they are doing. You know, United Kingdom amalgamated southern Nigeria, that is Christian populated region, the northern Nigeria, Muslim populated region. They amalgamated it together because of their selfish reasons. And look at now, the people that came to their country, they can't even live with them. They are talking about civil war with the people that came to their country. And here we are. If you tell a common Nigeria that is not compatible for a Muslim, especially a Sharia Muslim, to live together with Christians in the same country, people will say you are a religious bigot, you are this, you are that. We are trying to talk reality out of issues. This life is too short for me to be afraid of someone to talk the truth. This life is too short for me to try to be politically correct to the detriments of my people or detriments of anyone. British at this point are unable, they are at the breaking point. They are unable to live with these extremists in their country, but they amalgamated Nigeria. And they know the worst part of it. Britain is going to hell. Britain is going to suffer for what they did. They are going to suffer for what they did. You know, I do not see any reason, though, why different ideologies should be in one nation. No, it's against the natural justice and equity. We are totally different. So we can do business, we can visit, like I used to explain before. I've been to so many Muslim countries, what is it called, Islamic countries. You understand? I've been to so many of them. I gave you people example at the time when I traveled to Egypt. I could not make video call on WhatsApp. I thought maybe my data was having fault, or it's because of internet connection. Before, you know, it was even the taxi man that carried me that day that told me that no, in Egypt here, you don't make video calls on WhatsApp. Do you understand? I respect their law, I obey their law because that is not my country. Even though Egypt was a Christian country before, but before it was Islamite. But it's an Islamic country. I have to obey their law. So if I come to your country, I will obey your law. If you come to my country, then you will obey my law. That is the way we are supposed to be, doing business across border, not being in one country. We have no business being in one country. This is not a hate. It's a solution. We are talking solution. We are not talking hatred. We are not talking all this. You can keep on pretending. Thank God I have Muslim friends more than anybody that can come here to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. So I have Muslim friends and I tell them the truth and they tell me what they themselves know as truth. I tell them that, look at, we are not supposed to be in one country. You don't believe in Western education. You don't believe in the kind of clothes I put on. Most of them frown at me because I used to shave my beard. And I'm a kind of person that if I leave my beard for 2 days, it will start scratching me because that is the kind of hair I have, you understand? So many of them, if they look at me, they say, in Islam, we don't shave our beards like this. We leave it because if you don't leave your hair, some men can just look at you and they will think that you're a woman. This is what my friends who are Muslims used to. Like, we don't have anything in common to live together perpetually in one country. And they understand my point, because I'm a kind of person, if I sit with you to talk with you, I'll put reasonings into your brain. So they understand everything I'm telling them. They understand it. And they knows. They knows. And one of them is now challenging his own ideology. Understanding that, come on, I've got it wrong. Yes. He's now challenging his own faculty. Now, we are still saying this because if you talk about religious war coming to Nigeria, people think it's just a rhetoric jargon. You are just trying to play. We are not playing, because there is an angle where I'm talking from. This is not a joke or trying to brag. I have access to information that you have never seen, and I don't know whether you will ever see it. If you have access to some information about Nigeria, this is not to paint Nigeria bad or no. If you know what is going on in this country, you will understand where I'm coming from. So, British coming out, this is a military commander in Britain. A military commander coming out to tell you that there will be civil war. Don't get it twisted. They will. Yeah, they will. First of all, me, myself, I'm projecting Kemi Badenoch as the next Prime Minister of Britain, because Starmer, that is this current Prime Minister, he himself personally knows that he can't even solve the problem. The case of raping, so many things is totally going down. And that is the foundation that this party of Kemi Badenoch is using to campaign, to do all those things. Definitely, they are going to get the people's vote, which is the majority of the vote. Then, do she have the guts to trigger the gun? Because it's a time bomb. Can she trigger it? Of course she will. Yeah, she will. She have been going from TV station to TV station, telling them that, look at, Islamization is going on in Britain. But I'm not so much concerned about Britain. I'm so much concerned about Nigeria, because a lot of people are not thinking. Very soon, I will be off on social media. Once I see that people in Nigeria, 80% understood what is going on, I'll be off social media. That is my mission on social media. I don't have business on social media like that. Once it is done, I'll be off. Maybe I'll be coming on social media once in a month. I know that I have achieved my aim. Someone sent a video of a Very Dark Man to me today, and Very Dark Man posted a video. He tagged something like Islamization, that he think this thing is going on. I say, yes, that one don't come out. You know my mission? I want every influencer to know what is going on, so that the people can know what is going on. When the people now know what is going on, I wash my hands. I leave social media. The only reason why I'm here is that you watching me don't know what is going on. You may say, oh, I know. What you know is small. It's small. Too small to compare to what is going on. You have been surrounded. This is a religious war. This is Islamization. They will capture your government. They will capture Nigeria government. They will capture police station. They will surrender. You people don't know what is going on. They will surrender. So when I see these people's plan, how they planning holistic attack, I shake my head, because some people are still dreaming. If you tell them go and buy gun, they will say, I don't have money. Yes, you don't have money, but put it in your agenda. Go for training. You can become a vigilante group. Later you buy your gun. You can become a national hunter. Later you buy your gun. Go to training first. Go to training. Because what I'm saying now, it might not sound well to you now. Okay, don't worry. It might not sound well to you until the first shot. Until you hear that the war in a holistic form have started. Is it not villages by villages that are running? If they enter this village will run. Enter this village will run. Enter this one will run. Enter this one will run. They go to military base, they behead military. They go to police barrack, they sack them. And they watch. Everybody say 2027. Election is good, no problem. But know the major problem. Because that election is not solving this one. No, the election is not solving this one. So while you are doing an election, still think about like a threat to life. This is a threat to this is an existential threat. You understand? It's an existential threat that election cannot solve, no matter who entered there. But election is good. Do an election. You understand? Get your PVCs, go and do your election. But you know what? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. It's a gamble in the sense that will your vote count? Because if your vote count, if someone like P2B entered there, P2B is not going to change things, but he will not support the terrorists to fight you when the war starts. I am telling you this, I'm not afraid of anybody. What you know is different from what I know. If P2B entered there, you will see that the war will increase. You will see that insecurity will increase, but not P2B that is going to cause it. This one I'm telling you, write it down. Don't tell me that I don't know anybody. I don't know P2B. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, because I know what I'm talking about. He is not going to cause it. He will try to fight it, but the thing will increase. But the only advantage is that he will allow the people to fight it. Then he will make sure that the soldiers will not back the terrorists. Because if Tinubu win again, the insecurity, the same level, it will still go up. The war will still happen. But the only problem is that under Tinubu, we have been seeing military supporting terrorists to fight the people. So if the war comes, definitely the military are going to back the terrorists, which will be total capture of Nigeria, and they will declare what they want. I leave this with you. Don't forget the mission statement of all these terrorist groups. Fulani Militia, Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, all of them. Their mission in Nigeria is one, Lakurawa, Mahmuda. Their mission is overthrow Nigerian government, install an Islamic state, and it will be governed by Sharia law. That is their mission. So, I want you to think and advise yourself.
Government now, or no prospective government of the UK, has the guts to stop it. If they want to take strong action to prevent the Islamification of the UK, then it's going to mean big trouble for them. They don't want trouble. They look 4 years ahead. They will kick the can down the road to somebody else. And I think the end result of that is very likely to be civil war in Britain, where the indigenous...
Physical civil war.
Actual civil... I'm not talking about the American Civil War.
No.
Armies. I'm talking about something more like Northern Ireland, but on a much more intensive scale, where you have the indigenous British and the some of the immigrant population and the British government all on three different sides fighting against each other. And if I'd be very surprised if that doesn't happen, because there's no prospect of the government, any government today, stopping this from occurring.